wanted to do was last time we did like a quick questionnaire. I mean, a quick story about how we met first, and in the midst of that story, we got some questions from people that wanted to know some extra stuff about us and
about our relationship.
Yeah. So we figured we answer them. And we did it. We did the first video on live on Facebook maybe like 2 weeks ago, and then we got questions, and then we're back. We're not too busy. A lot of stuff has happened over the last 2 weeks, and so we decided to answer those questions, get back to it, and do some other stuff. So we're gonna have some fun today. Let's start off with the first question though.
So the first question was, do either of you use your relationship in your material on stage? Or is there a rule not to? So Thomas performs stand-up comedy.
All right, yeah. We both have though.
I've performed, but it's been a long time. So I guess we'll say that first part of the question, you can answer first.
What's the first part again?
Do either of you use relationship in your material?
Yes.
So I don't perform as much, so I'm gonna say no.
100%.
But we haven't made a rule about it. If anything, you kind of let me know what it's about.
Right.
And I'm usually all game, even if it wasn't true. But unfortunately, everything he says on stage is true about me. With a little comedy twist. But I'll say that like I don't hold back with like letting you say stuff on stage about us.
Which is good.
Well,
because,
you know, I know you and your comedy even before we were dating. I feel like even if you said things about me then, I would be okay with it.
Yeah, you know, like I wouldn't be dramatic or like go across the line. Mm-hmm. Like you could trust me with the stuff I'm gonna say.
I saw his guilty.
because I don't really. I mean, my material, I never really say nothing like too crazy. I feel. I mean, I could, but it's just not me to do it. So
the answer is yes.
Yes.
Thomas Nichols puts Maria in his material, and I don't perform enough to say that I have put material about him and stuff.
Some people like those jokes, though. I love that joke.
Those are my favorite. Those are some of my favorite jokes.
I'm gonna edit that joke in, by the way. Right?
My lady's a registered dietitian. She's a registered dietitian, and I'm registered at every Wingstop, so we mesh together really well. And she knows what she does, which is great, but she loves it a little too much. You know what I mean? Like she brings work home sometimes. It's really weird. Like she treats me like one of her clients. You know what I mean? Like I remember the first time I accidentally farted in front of my girl. Like we had a moment. Like it was a thing. She sat down with me. She's like, "Listen, that's okay. That's nothing to be embarrassed about, okay? Something goes in, something has to come out. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. That wasn't a fart. Your body is just talking to you." And I was like, "Word? Well, you talk a lot in your sleep then. You have no idea how much you talk in your sleep. I don't know how you roll your R's while you're sleeping, but those Spanish lessons are working."
Thomas, what made you finally break your rules about not dating
a comic?
I wrote comment. A comic with dating Maria.
Well, Maria, okay, so we just discovered that Maria used to do stand-up, right? And at the time when we first met, if you listen to the first video, I didn't date comics at all. I never dated a comic, didn't want to date a comic.
It was one of his rules.
It was 100% one of my rules. I was like, I don't want to date a comic. I don't want to flirt with a comic. I'm not about to do nothing with a comic. I mean, but a show. That's it.
Well,
you just do a show, cool.
You are a working comic, so you're just like, you know, we have to separate business from work. Or
100%.
Love life from work.
100%.
And you're just one of those people that just had that standard. But that is a good question. How did you decide that you were like, okay, I'm gonna break this and date Maria? I think we kind of talked about it in the beginning, but
I had this rule, man. I was gonna not date a comic, but then again, I had this other rule where if this comic that I do date lives in another city, which is wild, by the way, which is like wild. If this comic lives in another city and she's cool and like she's funny and she doesn't like have any kind of like jealousy issues, nothing like that with me doing stand up or anything like that. I know. It's gotta focus. Camera. Okay, there you go. Yeah, she didn't have any kind of issues or jealous issues, or just like she was funny, she was cool, she was perfect all around. Like for me, like I felt like it could work.
She
I
lives
was
10
gonna
minutes
do it.
away. She doesn't talk.
But
she
that was the thing though, because at the time when we met, Maria was talking about not doing stand up anymore. She was
Well,
like,
yeah,
you were
I
wavering
was-
off a little bit.
I was performing long form improv and going through some health stuff, and I didn't really have the capacity to perform stand up. It takes a lot of guts and a lot of persistence, and if you're not getting up on stage, it's just not fun. So I was just like, Thomas, by the way, because he had brought that up, like, oh, well, I don't date other comics. And I'm like, well, trick's on you. I'm not a real comic because I'm not really
Yo.
performing.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. When she said that, in my mind, I was like, yes, she's not doing stand up anymore. But I was like,
He's like, I don't
damn.
care if I like
I was
Maria.
like,
All I
damn,
care
man.
about is the
Like-
rule,
like-
right?
You know, like, I liked you, and also I was like, she not doing stand up no more. Cool, the rules. All right, cool. She breaking the rule, but then at the same time, I was like, you're not doing stand up anymore.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, how are you gonna like balance your emotion wise?
So
Like,
how
I
did
balance
you-
it up emotionally.
How did you know officially though? You're like, I'm gonna date Maria. I'm gonna break this rule. Was it kind of? I wasn't performing that much, and I lived far away.
It was that too, because you lived like an hour away from me.
It was like 45.
45. So I was cool with that. I
An
was cool
hour
with that.
with traffic.
But that's what, yeah.
I
That
thought-
was the thing. I lived in Seattle. She lived in Tacoma, and at the time, like it was like two different scenes too. That
That's
was
true.
another thing. Tacoma and Seattle, their scenes like almost
Stand-up
completely different.
scene.
Yeah. So it was almost like a whole nother. Well, it technically was a whole nother city, but
Yeah.
it was definitely like it was far enough away for me to be like, all right, she lives far away. She doesn't do stand up anymore. Like you like breaking the rules. Like I was like, what? Okay, all right. And at the same time, I was like, let's just go for it. We were having a good time. We would go out and we would
Yeah.
have a great time.
That's true. We had fun.
And I was like, I
Going on
like this. I
dates.
can't do nothing about it. I couldn't do nothing about it. I was like, I like this person. I can't do nothing about it. Whether she starts doing stand up again or not. And you recently talked about starting stand up again. And I can't. What I'm gonna do? Like, we having a great time together, being together. I'm gonna be like, fuck it. All right. And then that's what happened. Like you just checked all the boxes at one point, and then I was just
The stars aligned, and you're just like, I guess I'm
100%.
gonna follow that.
that hot chocolate was. That day we had hot chocolate, and it was
Oh yeah,
that.
we
We had
on the
we had a-
boardwalk.
We had we was on the boardwalk. We had hot chocolate, and we had a long conversation that night. I forgot what the name of that place was that we went to.
Long conversation was like 5 minutes. I'm just kidding. No, it was actually a walk. Yeah.
Like a couple weeks ago, I asked some people to send us some questions, some fans of mine as well as Maria's, to ask us some questions, and we got some sent to the mail.
Is it about relationship stuff or just
It's-
like general?
It's more
I
like
have no idea.
so. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I gotta tell you what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have these note cards right here. The two note
We have to
cards.
show you what it is
I'm
because we
gonna
don't
write.
think you know.
We're gonna write one.
the note card. Your lines.
We're gonna write on the no line side. We're gonna write each other's
So
name
many
on these
rules.
cards, right? And then we're gonna have a question to ask, like, who spends the most money, and then we're gonna raise up the name who we believe spends the most money, like stuff like that.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So it's just a relationship thing. We're just trying to have some fun.
So we got
Why
some
not?
questions from fans and friends and family. Thank you so much for sending them. This is seriously a surprise to me. He just told me like the other day, like, oh, by the way, our friends have been sending questions. So y'all are really sneaky. I don't know if I like the sneaky, but I think we'll have fun today. Let's find out.
Why would I write my own name on a card? Why can't I just put me?
You're not even writing on the line side.
I'm not writing on. I know.
Okay, good.
That's what I said.
Okay. Okay, these questions. I'm a little nervous since y'all are already sneaky about what type of questions we're gonna ask.
I should write that bigger.
Too late.
I'm gonna do it. I write so small though. You know what I mean? See, you should probably do both of ours.
Nope, you gotta do your own.
Right-handed people. Dang. All right.
Do, do, do. Oh, it's kind of hard to see still, too. Oh, if we stay still, you can see it.
I'm gonna write.
Thomas Maria.
I'm gonna write.
Me?
Maria. I'm gonna write Maria. That's not cool. All right.
Me, Maria. Yeah, write it bigger than mine. or in all caps. Cool.
My handwriting is
Or
trash.
we can draw arrows.
Nah.
I'm a smart person.
Look at. Can y'all see these?
Yeah, I can see it as long as you're just staying still.
All right.
Okay, ready?
All right. So we got the questions right here in this basket. Bunch of random questions. We're gonna do this. We're gonna see how it goes. You're gonna draw the first question and read it. All right?
Wait, do we both answer?
Yeah, we both answer. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for sending questions in, and I'll cry about it later. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
So, are we allowed to say who? We don't know who asked what, right? It's
No.
anonymous?
Yeah, we have no idea.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I got the. I know. But.
This is an easy one. Who would be the? Wait, are you allowed to see my answer?
Well,
we
we're gonna
just
do
do
it
it
at the same time. Yeah, I'm not necessarily one. You know.
So we'll say 1, 2, 3 type thing.
We see it later. Yeah.
Okay. So our first relationship question is, who would be the first to get a speeding ticket? Ready? That was fast. 1, 2, 3.
100%. 100. That takes no time. I just want to get somewhere.
Have you gotten one?
One. I got one.
I've only had
Not since
one.
I've been here, but I got one.
Yeah, I haven't had one since I've been here, but how old were you? 15, didn't have my license. I'm just kidding.
I was like 19, 20,
Okay.
something like that. Nah, cause I don't know, maybe 22. When I think about it, but I 100% I was coming from a show. I was out of there.
Yeah,
No games.
for sure that one's a Thomas one.
What you trying to say?
I drive slow! That's what I mean.
Who dances the best? Who dances the best?
I feel like that's changed, but I'll say who I think. Ready?
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
I knew you were gonna say that. Thomas is always clowning on my dancing,
Listen,
and
man.
I feel like my dancing has gotten worse because I was starting to believe it. And also, truthfully, I try to dance off beat. It's like it's a fun exercise.
It's so funny,
I'm always
bro.
like trying to get off beat and stuff, and now I think I really am a bad dancer. But I'm still gonna put belief in myself. I knew you were gonna say Thomas because Thomas is in the background like this.
Two-step is easy. You know what I mean? I can knock that out. I look stiff like that. What are you doing?
But yep, I believe Maria and you believe Thomas. We don't agree.
Me for sure.
We don't agree.
All right. We're gonna have a dance off now. I guess we're gonna have to have
Nope.
a dance off at one point.
That's not part of this.
We're gonna have to do it later. What?
Okay.
Oh man, what's the question?
That's a good question.
What's the question though? What's the question?
Who is the best liar? I feel like there's different definitions of liar versus trickster.
Let's go.
Okay. Who is the best liar? Okay,
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'm good at it.
I feel like I'm a good trickster. You're a good liar.
I'm good at pulling it off. I keep the face and everything. Straight up. Every day.
All right, Nate. So wait, where are we putting these?
I'm just putting them anywhere, really.
Well, put them in a spot,
Oh,
please.
are you ready?
Yup. This is funny.
Who's most likely to be mad all the time? Yo, what's up with you, man? 1, 2, 3.
Oh! I thought you were for sure gonna say me.
Nah, I was sure. Me for sure. How?
I guess
Are we both mad all the time?
I'm not. I would feel that I'm grumpy a lot.
Grumpy is a.
You're quiet a lot. I'm grumpy.
pissed on the inside. Like I be just
Oh. I
mad.
had no clue. You're hiding things from me.
You see me at work, I'd be like,
This is my customer service. This is my happy. This is I'm going to the bathroom.
every day.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I
But
didn't think you thought that.
You hungry though is a different.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like when I'm hungry, when I'm irritable, I'm mad. It's just
We got-
a lot of the day.
Got another question right here. Who has the better shoe styles?
Okay. Ready?
Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
That was, yeah.
Yeah. I only have like, or I only try to have 3 pairs of shoes to try to wear with everything. And Thomas has his stage shoes all the time.
I used to not have shoes at all, though. I remember at one point I had like 2 pairs of shoes. There's one I would go play in and one that I was like.
I only had 2 shoes, left and a right. I'm kidding. Okay, go.
Look at this guy. Rama's in
Come here,
here.
Rama.
Come on, buddy. Come
Okay,
on.
just
Oh,
kidding.
he's just
No.
gonna look at us.
Okay, so is it mine or yours?
Yours.
Okay, is there any other questions on there?
Nope.
Are there questions on here? These things?
What? Yeah. Okay.
Cool. I want one of those.
All right.
Little
Show it. You can show a little
Look at that little thing. Little panda bear.
little panda.
It's kind of blurry, sorry. I can't really keep my arms
good,
still. My aunt said prove it.
One day.
Who follows the 5-second rule that you dropped food?
Oh man.
Okay. Ready? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. Yeah, I'm like, I don't really do
Yeah,
it, but if
100%.
someone were to do it, it'd probably be me. If it was like my
100%.
favorite food, I'm like, it looks like there's no dust on it.
You drop a Cheeto, you picking that
Oh
up.
yeah, for sure.
You picking that up.
I do like a 3-second rule since that's our favorite number. That's still gross.
That's yeah.
I would definitely do it more than Thomas because Thomas is a germaphobe.
Oh, for
So.
sure.
Thanks for the question,
man.
though. He's back there trying to meddle with stuff. We had another question. Who snores the loudest? Okay, ready? 1, 2,
She already.
3.
Maria's the only one that snores, though.
Thomas is quiet all the time.
Yeah, I'm quiet.
He barely even breathes.
I stay in one spot the whole time. I'm quiet, stay in one spot the whole time. I don't say nothing.
Yeah.
Maria kicks and
Oh
snores.
my goodness, I kicked. Okay, Rama, my cat, likes to sleep by my feet, and last night I had some whack dreams, and I kicked him twice. And each time I kicked him, he got up and it was like coming up to me like he's my support cat. I was like, poor
And he'd
baby.
be like right on your chest and sit there and then drool
Yeah.
on you. He'll drool on you
No,
too.
wait, he was like in my little. He was spoon. I was. What is that called? He was right there. in
Cat
my,
spooning? I don't
Yeah,
know.
he was in my legs, and I kicked him. He came back like, "Hey, mom, what's up?" And then I went back to sleep, and then I did it again.
You remember that time you scared him? What was that, Chloe?
Hmm.
You scared him and he jumped and scratched me and ran out? Yeah, I'm asleep. It's like 3 in the morning.
I have
She kicked the cat on accident, mid-dream.
martial arts nightmares.
She had dreams she Bruce Lee and shit. And the cat jumps up, scratches me, and then it
Come on.
runs out. I'm like, I didn't do nothing.
Come here, Rama. Okay, next question. Next.
All right, you ready?
Okay.
Who's most likely to get food poisoning?
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. I wonder who sent that one. Did you do it? Thomas, for sure.
Listen,
I
man.
have a stomach of steel.
You do.
Because I ate like Filipino food. Like some of that wasn't cooked. Oh my goodness! Don't tell anyone, but I seriously don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone, but look where
No,
we
but
are.
I used to eat raw oysters like when we probably had red tide or something like that. Probably not that bad, but I definitely ate red oysters, raw oysters, on Puget Sound, and like yeah, I definitely like have this gut that's just
Yeah,
kicking.
nothing's gonna hurt you then. You got the stomach of steel.
And Thomas has had a lot of food poisoning in his day.
Well, since I moved to Seattle at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Burger King, horrible.
Yep.
Twice. I got food poisoning twice at Burger King.
Right when you moved, and I feel like your
Yeah.
stomach hasn't been the same.
It ain't been the same since. I can't deal with one Burger King nugget at all. One Burger King nugget, it's over.
Not that you're missing anything, but
I mean, you
I
know,
hear you.
That chicken sandwich was fire. Go ahead.
Who is the most likely to be dramatic?
That's a good one.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like never mind. Okay, well. Okay, ready?
Damn.
1, a 2, a 3. Yep.
Okay. All right.
I am
was kinda tough.
dramatic. I feel like you would be dramatic about certain things. I'm dramatic about other things.
Well, we both have the same level of dramatic-y. Dramatic-y? Is that a word?
Yes.
Dramatic.
What do you mean by that?
Like if I'm dramatic about something, and my level of dramatic is right here, and if you're dramatic about something, your level of dramatic is the same. That's what I mean. You both have the same level of dramatic.
Let's think about a situation and say how.
I don't. Are we really ever that dramatic though? Like I can't think of a time that we really like super dramatic.
I feel like if anything, we joke a lot and then like are sarcastic, but
Yeah, we're not really that dramatic. That's kind of,
I get hyper and
that does happen.
I get sleepy.
That part, that's a whole other thing. That's
Thomas
a whole
looks into my eyes and he's like, "Yep, you're tired."
Yeah, you're done. Yeah,
See you
you're done.
later.
Bye, you're done.
You think we're joking? He seriously says that like
I
that's
count
the
it
line.
every time. I already know, like, when she's tired, it's over.
Oh, wait, is it your turn?
Uh,
Yeah, your turn.
I did the dramatic. Oh,
No, you didn't.
I got this one. Got a little cat on it. Ugh. That's the only time I've ever did that. I think. All right.
Kitties, Chloe. Oh, it's almost time for them to eat.
Who ripped the first fart? Who farted first?
I'm pretty sure I know who. Tell me. 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2.
I don't know.
Guess. Ready? 1. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I 100% farted first.
Oh, I remember.
I kept it on the low. She don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I was gonna say you
I had a
were
little
trying to
whisper
keep
fart.
things quiet.
It went like this.
Now, not so much. But I was thinking the time it's so okay.
You farted.
No,
you farted.
but-
We both found. We both. It was known when you farted.
Well,
when
yeah,
I farted,
I was
you
gonna
didn't know.
I can barely burp audibly, and farting I just don't really make a lot of noise. But for some reason when I'm around Thomas, I'm laughing and I will laugh till I fart, and I'm like, don't make me laugh. It's really embarrassing in the moment, and then it like makes me laugh more, and then yeah, that's
Oh, when you
remember
were
that?
sleeping.
Remember
Oh,
that time? Oh yeah, that
When
too.
you sleep, it's two things that happen when Maria laughs. She farts or she spits out the food that she's having.
Yeah.
The many a days that we've been
I
on.
try so hard not
spit out
to.
the popcorn when we go to the movies. Spit out some spaghetti falls out a little bit when we go out to eat. That happens.
It's really annoying. I don't mean to do it.
That's just funny
I
though.
feel like I have really great food manners, but for some reason around you, I feel like my mouth is like salivating and laughing, and it just like does this magical.
And then you fart at night in your sleep. You don't even know until I tell you in the morning. Hey,
I'm
babe.
sure
Hey,
that's not true.
Hey,
Next.
yo, babe. Hey, yo, babe. You farted last night.
No, when we first started like staying the night with each other, and we were like going to sleep, I feel like I didn't ever wake myself up when I like farted. But when I knew Thomas was in the room, I would like barely. Like,
Gotta hold it.
No, what I'm saying is like I feel like I would be half asleep, like
Yeah.
in a going to sleep, and then I
Yeah.
would like, or I would fart and wake myself up, and I would instantly say sorry, like I was super conscious. Now I'm like not so conscious. I'm like I don't care. But before I was like, you can't hold it in. It's just gonna
Oh
happen. I'm
my
like, why do I
God.
always fart when I'm sleeping? Which is fine, but I'm like, it has to be so audibly loud.
That is hilarious. Man.
Anyway,
Oh.
didn't know we'd be talking about
God.
that tonight.
Let's go. Let's go.
Is it mine or yours?
It's yours. I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Who's most likely to cry over a sad movie? You ready? Do we watch sad movies? I do.
Yeah, to a degree.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
You could, cause you. I remember you telling me about us watching Onward. You were kind of sad about that. I remember that.
Yeah.
And some other stuff that you watched that.
Yeah. When I was growing up, I cried so easily, like
Really?
drop of the hat. Yeah. Anything happened, I would cry instantly because I was so emotional and also sensitive, and I had older siblings that like to freak me out.
What about movies?
No, but I was gonna say that I always cried in movies too. And then there was this one time when I was 11 years old or something like that, and I forget what we were watching, but we were watching something at the theater, and I was so like sad, but I didn't want to cry in front of my friends, and so I held it in, and ever since then I've held it in. And after I've grown up and realized like how bad that is for you, how you shouldn't hold in like your
Yeah.
emotions,
You gotta let it out.
that I cry all the time now.
What
if
movie
I'm gonna
was
cry.
that?
I don't remember. I just remember it was a movie, and I remember thinking, "Oh yeah, Like I didn't cry. Like I seriously
Like
was
you
like,
held it down.
oh
You was
yeah.
like,
I was like, oh yeah.
walked out like a G. What's
Yeah.
up, y'all? That was funny. You walked out. That was hilarious,
It
y'all.
was
That
like in
funny.
the middle of the movie too. It wasn't like at the end. You know how sometimes it's at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
end
yeah.
and then you leave. It was in the middle, and I was like,
Oh, you had to,
yeah.
ooh. You had to hold it down for an hour. For a whole another hour.
And it passed. It wasn't a good thing.
It wasn't a good
in
thing.
In the moment,
but
it was.
I
It was
understand.
cool.
I understand.
It was cool to be a non-crying kid.
I understand. Are you ready?
Why are you hiding it from me? Like I'm not supposed to know.
Who's most likely to cancel plans last minute?
You ready? A 1 to the 2 to the 2 to the 3. Really?
Yeah. As much as I do that,
I don't feel like you do though ever.
I just get in the mood and I'll be like, I don't want to do that.
I feel like I do. I have anxiety, so sometimes.
Rama said he does.
Yeah, it's our
Rama's
cat. Oh, that's interesting though.
He would cancel all our plans. Cause like you get mad at me about it sometimes.
Do I?
Yeah, you be like, that's one of the reasons why you get mad. You be like, so you don't want to do this anymore?
Well, I guess it would be like running errands though. That's what I'm talking about. But if it's a special occasion, I guess we don't do a lot of things like that. Where
Well,
we
since
would break.
Corona,
Yeah.
not lately, but it's definitely, I definitely come across like canceling plans. Cause sometimes I cancel plans to hang with you though. That's another thing. Like I might not want to go do something because I want to be with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I gotta call my boys, but like, nah, I'm good.
Okay. Next.
All right. Is it me or you?
Is it?
Yep.
Okay. Who's the most likely to be the most paranoid? Ready? Okay, Rama wants me to smell his tail.
Oh.
You know they have pheromones at the end of their tail.
Most paranoid. All right.
Yeah. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
You're paranoid as
I
AF.
stay paranoid. That's just how I live. I don't really like live outside of not being paranoid. It's a weird feeling not to be paranoid
Survival.
though. Yeah, I mean, the only time I've been paranoid was the 2 days we went on vacation together. That was it. We went to the island. That was it. I've never felt like it was weird feeling there. I was like, I'm so relaxed. I never felt so relaxed before. And I do get paranoid with
But
you.
why do you put me on the paranoid
You, on the
list?
other hand, though, are so easily to scare that I think you're paranoid all the time.
That's true.
You're so easily to be scared, man.
I actually had a doctor, a neurologist, tell me that I have what is it called? Basically that I have hyper reflexes,
Yeah.
like that I get jumpy. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Really bad, really bad, yo. Like, it's so funny when that time we thought we saw a ghost. Remember?
Wait, what?
the time we thought we saw a ghost.
Where
Remember
was it? I
that?
forgot.
We was in the bed, right? And we would go to sleep like
Oh!
late. It was like,
No, I thought you saw a ghost. You were just saying something, and we weren't talking about ghosts or anything. But I was just, when you grow up in a Filipino household, especially you have my
Oh.
grandma that loves to tell you scary, spooky
Oh
stories
my
when you're
God.
5 and too young to hear these things.
That shit was funny.
You think of ghosts all the time. But yeah, I was walking from the bathroom to
No,
my
you
side
walk-
of the bed,
Yeah.
and what did you say? I forget.
No, I think you were walking from the bed to the bathroom.
I just
and
remember
then
you grabbed my
crossed,
arm.
You crossed across the. Oh, okay. So previous to this, you had an incident
I don't remember this.
where you fell. Remember that?
Oh.
Previously, she had an incident. A lot of people don't know, but she
Well-
passed out at one point.
I fell because I've been moving to Arizona. I'm not drinking enough water, and it's so hot here that I was definitely on the dehydrated side. So I feel like that's what caused me to, like, I got up too fast and like would
Had
pass
the
out.
vertigo, and fell out.
Yeah. So around that time, Thomas was super paranoid.
I still am. So what happened was Maria walked from her side to the bed to
I was
the
half
bathroom.
asleep. I remember I was like this, and I dragged my feet so I don't kick anything or kick a cat. So I'm like dragging my feet, and I stopped. I think I was looking for something.
I thought she was about to pass out again. She stopped right mid where the door was. I thought she was about to
Yeah,
pass
and I
out
was
again.
like-
So I grabbed her. I was like,
He
Maria.
grabbed my arm because I was looking at something, and I'm like, I'm half asleep. He grabs my arm, and then I looked at him, and I instantly like jumped towards him. I'm like, it was so It was like it was like volleyball reflex got to get to this point.
But the thing is, it wasn't as instant. Like I grabbed you, you sat there for like a good 10 seconds.
Oh, I did?
And then jumped at me. I was like, what is wrong? Are you okay? Because you stood there, because when you stood there, I thought you were about to pass out, so I was about to get
know.
up.
So you grabbed my arm.
Oh my god.
And then I looked at you, and then your face, his eyes were
Yeah,
big.
because I was scared.
And that's why, like, straight in my head and my heart, I was thinking, there's a ghost behind me. And then I was frozen, and then I jumped
Then you
at you.
jumped at me.
And then you laughed at me.
Because of me, I didn't know.
You're like, well, that was super delayed. I think that's what you said. I was like,
It was late. Oh my god. Oh, that was like 3 in the morning.
Anyway.
Oh, that was funny.
do you think we should wrap up, though? Let's do
Let's
one more.
do 2 more.
Okay.
2 more.
Okay.
2 more, and then we gotta go. 2 more.
La 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 la. Oh, it's almost time to feed the cats, too. So.
Yeah, we gotta feed the cats. Alright, who spends the most money?
You ready?
Yup.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I think I spent a lot of money.
I was gonna say, I feel like sometimes you spend a lot of money, and I feel like sometimes I spend a lot of money. So.
I mean, me collecting these vinyls, and all, I'm becoming like a collector when it's becoming to cost a lot of money. So.
I try to stay on a budget, but things happen.
Whataburger's open.
I almost
you know what
put you because I feel like lately you have been spending more money, like collecting stuff.
I mean? Yeah.
It's the COVID collector.
A COVID collector? That doesn't sound. I don't know how that's. Over collecting
Collecting
COVID.
germs. Just kidding. Okay, last one for the
Last one.
night. Should we answer the one that someone asked?
I got you.
This is a funny one. Okay, ready?
Go ahead.
Who's most likely to laugh during a funeral? Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Listen, man.
I feel like both of us would be.
We're evil, man. We got evil out
It's
here.
not about the funeral. It's more about like if I'm around my nieces or if I'm around you,
Yeah.
I feel like there's gonna be some type of look that we're gonna give that's just gonna make me laugh. And unfortunately, I've been to some like little receptions after like a celebration of life, and there was joyous stuff happening, but
Right.
like seriously, in the back of my mind, I was like, well, I think this person would appreciate if I did my normal laugh and was myself.
Right.
It wasn't during the ceremony or anything, but I did get a couple of dirty looks.
I ain't gonna hold you, man. Sometimes I go to funerals for the food.
How many have you been to?
I don't know the person.
Got it.
When you broke, you gotta eat. You look for the funeral
so you
service.
don't even-
Go right in. Hey, how y'all doing, man? Who made the biscuits? Like I'm in there. I'm joking.
You're just like right in the mic. Oh, there's a funeral.
There's a funeral right there.